Thank you for watching. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime. A historic visit for Guam. For the first time, a British Consul General on the island. I'm Destiny Cruz-Langus. Coming up tonight, details on who they have met with, their top priorities, and what this visit could mean for Guam.
Police Week comes to a close with the 2025 Police Service Award ceremony and a luncheon. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with the story coming up.
Okkodo High School students explore career opportunities at today's job fair. I'm Neve Anderson with a look inside the event coming up.
Good evening, Guam, and half a day. I'm Jason Salas. Welcome to the live stream. This is KUAM News Primetime, and these are tonight's top stories. Well, my friends, with potential federal funding cuts now becoming increasingly imminent, Guam's governor continues to sound the alarm. Since the beginning of the year, Lulian Guerrero has raised concerns over proposed cuts to Medicaid, SNAP, and Social Security under President Donald Trump and the Republican-led Congress.
There's been a perception out there that nothing really was being done from the administration or the executive branch in lieu of planning, in planning for what we will do as a government to try and address some of these challenges of the actions of the White House. But that is just far from the truth. And as I issued in our press release, there's been since January work that has been done in collaboration with all the 50 states of the governor's states and also the territories, and also in collaboration with DOI and also the White House and also with congressmen.
Now, GovGuam's chief executive urges lawmakers to preserve the business privilege tax, saying that it is essential for funding critical services at risk under the president's discretionary budget proposal. She likewise called on Delegate James Moylan to leverage his influence in Congress, stating, quote, "Guam is counting on you."
I am in communication also with the governor, the administration, and most especially our senators back home on Guam too, since they are the committee chair of the different committees and the agencies, looking out for what they need to continue. We know we are not like the states, right? We don't have this funding to observe those types of cuts. So we are raising our hand. We are making our voice heard. How we do this, if we submitted our interest documentation through the channels, but we also come before the different committees.
And that was, of course, the congressman, and we'll have more with him on what's happening nationally with a massive reconciliation bill and its impacts to Medicaid. We'll have that on Monday's newscast. Please join us then. In other news tonight, dialogue often reveals unexpected common ground, bridging cultures, people, and places that seem worlds apart. And for the first time, a British Consul General is visiting our shores, fostering connections and exchanging ideas that deepen international ties. Destiny Langus has more.
It's a historic visit, one that bridges thousands of miles. For the first time ever, a British Consul General is visiting Guam and the CNMI.
And I suppose I should say I'm sorry we didn't get here sooner.
Paul Rennie, the British Consul General and UK diplomat based in Los Angeles, has been meeting with island leaders, including Governor Lulian Guerrero, to build connections through dialogue, shared values, and a mutual appreciation for island communities.
Britain is also an island nation. We're an island nation made up of several islands. So as someone coming from Scotland myself, we have Orkney and Shetland, a lot of island communities off the island itself. And I think coming to CNMI and Guam, an island community themselves, there's a lot in common we can talk about.
Those commonalities are driving conversations about shared challenges faced by remote communities, from climate and energy to sustainability. Rennie speaking about improving access to affordable energy, expanding renewable resources, and supporting sustainable growth.
Likewise, the development of island communities economically. Looking at things like skills, creating good jobs for young people, the tourism industry and how that can both be a positive benefit, but also how to ensure the tourism that comes is sustainable.
His visit also comes at a time of heightened geopolitical attention in the region.
And then obviously, Guam and the CNMI sit in a very interesting part of the world between the US and Asia at a time when there's lots going on geopolitically. So again, being able to have those conversations about where kind of Guam sees itself, the Guam's relationships with all the different components on the island, has been a great reason to come now.
Rennie also engaging with youth about opportunities to study in the UK, including scholarships like the Marshall and Chevening programs. And while his itinerary has been full, the Council General is taking time to enjoy the island, its people, culture, and Chamorro cuisine, including a local favorite, red rice.
One thing's for sure on this island, you will not go hungry. And I think I'm going to have to definitely be hitting the gym pretty hard when I return because the food has been incredible.
As his visit continues, Rennie says he looks forward to strengthening partnerships that will carry forward long after this visit. Destiny Cruz-Langus, KUAM News.
All right, thanks so much, Des, for that report. Well, moving down in our rundown, after spending more than 2 years behind bars, Paris Sharp tonight is a free man. On Thursday, a 12-member jury found Sharp not guilty of third-degree criminal sexual conduct in his retrial, reaching a verdict in less than a day of deliberating. The verdict comes after the Supreme Court of Guam overturned Sharp's original conviction from 2023, ruling that a key piece of evidence should never have been admitted. Superior Court presiding judge Vern Perez read the verdict aloud in court, then turned to Sharp with these words, quote, "Congratulations, you are now acquitted," end quote. While the criminal case is now firmly behind him, a civil protective order remains in effect, as Sharp, whose criminal history spans Guam and Washington state, had faced multiple charges in 2023, among them criminal sexual conduct, trespassing, and harassment. At the heart of this case, accusations from a former intimate partner who claimed that Sharp sexually assaulted her in April of 2023. But the defense pointed to inconsistencies in her statements, raising serious doubts with the jury. Elsewhere tonight, it was a day of celebration for our dedicated officers in blue as Police Week came to a close. And the Police Service Awards ceremony was held at the Guam Museum downtown, with the department recognizing both civilians as well as those on the force, including the Officer of the Year. Our Matsuki Hirayama was there and files this next report.
Remember when I got here, during Family Day, I actually had no family to cheer for me.
After leaving behind his family and home in Saipan to chase a better opportunity, Police Officer 2 Joram Guardian is now chasing down suspects and justice for crime victims. His hard work and dedication earning him Police Officer of the Year.
I have no idea what I'm doing up here. It's night and day from where I came from. I started at 5:55 as a car wash attendant in Saipan, and when I finally moved to Guam, I lived the dream and finally made $9 as a car wash attendant.
The 28-year-old is now with patrol at the Dededo precinct.
I feel a sense of pride, obviously, but also I feel very grateful for everybody that came together to make this happen. All my supervisors, my peers, my family who supports me at home. I feel very, very grateful.
The significant milestone recognized Friday as part of the Police Service Award ceremony to close out Police Week.
The Guam Police Department has wonderful men and women. All of the employees, are all deserving of, being recognized for the hard work that they do. We keep our community safe, and so, we're very appreciative of all the work that they put in for our community.
GPD also recognizing Civilian of the Year Nelly Asanuma, Manager of the Year Sergeant 2 Eric Tovis, Supervisor of the Year Sergeant John Paris, Civilian Volunteer Police Reserve Officer of the Year Arnold Fabrica, and Unit Citation Awardee Records and ID Section.
Just want to say to the people of Guam that our Guam Police Department is excellent. Our Guam Police Department is committed. I want our people to be assured that our Guam Police Department is working efficiently, working very diligently to protect the people that live here and to serve the community as is in their mission.
And as for Officer Guardian, he's found opportunities, purpose, and family in the force.
All the empty seats, during that family day, I see now we're filled, and I'd like to say thank you for being the family that chose me.
Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Also tonight, a woman with a history of drug convictions finds herself in jail again, this time after police say she was caught with nearly an ounce of crystal meth during a traffic stop. 41-year-old Cheryl Lynn Brewer led officers on a brief pursuit before stopping, and when searched, she reportedly said, "Please, I can't go back to jail," and pulled out 4 bags of meth from her waistband. Brewer admitted to daily use and selling a drug as she faces multiple felony charges and could face over 26 years in prison. Bail has been set at $1,000. Well, now let's get you up to speed on the missing vessel, the Lucky Harvest. The U.S. Coast Guard has shared that the 2 mariners aboard the vessel have been located as around 6:30 a.m. today. The Joint Rescue Sub Center Guam received a distress signal from the Lucky Harvest emergency beacon pinpointing its precise location. About 3 hours later, a single mariner was successfully hoisted to safety by a Navy MH-16 Nighthawk helicopter crew from HSC-25. As of news time, the Coast Guard's HC-130 Hercules aircraft crew from Air Station Barbers Point, Hawaii, was overhead monitoring the vessel and remaining mariner. The U.S. Coast Guard added that the Myrtle Hazard was also en route to bring the second mariner aboard and tow the Lucky Harvest to a safe harbor. The 47-foot vessel, as we reported, had been missing since departing Alamagan on May 12th en route to Saipan. For the time being, the cause of the vessel's disablement and drift remains under investigation. All right, my friends, it's time for a quick break, but please stay tuned because coming up on Prime Time after this commercial break, we introduce you to the last finalist for the 2026 Guam Teacher of the Year Award, who hails from Simon Sanchez High School. You're watching KUAM. Stay tuned.
Half a Day Fresco Fridays on KUAM News. Presented by Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas. Located in Hagåtña, just across from the Gani Shopping Center.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
At the heart of Guam, there's one place where everyone comes together. Kmart, your American superstore, celebrating 30 years with you. To our brave service members, enjoy a special military discount every day as our thanks. To our local community, we've grown with you, bringing trusted brands at prices you love. This season, celebrate with us. From fiestas to family gatherings, we're your one-stop shop. Since 1995, we've grown with you. Here's to 30 years of memories, savings, and the spirit of Guam. Kmart, where everyone is family.
Super speed your life with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet. Get symmetrical upload and download speeds up to 5 gigs. Get started with Fiber 500 at $145 a month, Fiber 1 gig at $215 a month, or Fiber 5 gig at $299 a month. Plus, get 2 SuperPod 6Es with any plan, and a free EcoFlow River 3 and bonus welcome kit with 1 gig and 5 gig plans. Experience tomorrow's islands today with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet.
Welcome back, everybody, to Prime Time. Thursday was the deadline for Guam Department of Education Superintendent Dr. Kenneth Swanson to provide a detailed response to the Guam Education Board. GEB member Dr. Judy Guthertz made a motion requesting a written progress report from Dr. Swanson on concerns brought to him by the board this past April. We previously reported that the board approved a list of charges against the superintendent, which have yet to be disclosed. Board Chairman Angel Sablan said the board will discuss Swanson's most recent response in their next meeting Tuesday during executive session. Now, this news comes as Swanson's evaluation is actually slated for the end of June. In other news tonight, as high school students focus on finals, graduation, and plans for the summer, students up in Okkodo High School spent the day exploring their futures with help from the island's professionals. Our Nevaeh Anderson has more.
Local businesses, government agencies, and military recruiters all packed into Okkodo High School for a day dedicated to planning students' futures. Assistant Principal Jean Didasco says they're thrilled with the turnout.
We're actually really happy with the support and with the response that we got from the community.
And at OHS, it all ties back to their 3 E's: enrollment, employment, and enlistment.
Well, the students definitely love it because they get to see firsthand what it's like to be an adult, right? We have people that are coming from the community and showing us what they do on a day-to-day basis. So they're excited to make the connections, to network, and to perhaps draw some interest in things that, and perhaps see some careers that they didn't otherwise think about.
That includes a peek into the world of media. KUAM's news and digital news team shared some insight with students, showing them that careers in journalism are just as much a part of Guam's future as they are its present. Across the board, companies in attendance are just as enthusiastic about investing in tomorrow's workforce.
The interactions with the students so far has been so great, just feeling their young energy and knowing that they're interested in the bank, and they've seen us make connections with Clutch and of course with nonprofit organizations. It really lets us know that we have strong ties, of course, with the younger community too.
Today's conversations could lead to tomorrow's career for many students. For some recruiters, like the Aircraft Rescue Firefighting Division at the Guam International Airport Authority, it's a chance to shine a light on jobs people may not even know exist.
We like to come out here and we like to show students who we are, because a lot of people don't they don't know that the airport itself has its own fire department. Seeing all the bright eyes and shining for what we do, it really makes us feel good, knowing that these will potentially be our future firefighters.
And so with the day wrapping up at OHS, it's clear that events like this are more than just tables and brochures.
Today's job fair offered students the opportunity to explore potential career paths, while local employers had the chance to talk to the rising talent of tomorrow. I'm Nevaeh Anderson reporting from Okkodo, KUAM News.
Education. Throughout this week, we've shined a spotlight on 3 incredible teachers from the Guam Department of Education who have been selected as finalists for the 2026 GDOE Teacher of the Year. And tonight, we have our final finalist, who happens to be from Simon Sanchez High School. Meet teacher Julieta Anatok.
Today, I'm Julieta Anatok, and I'm a science teacher here at Simon Sanchez High School. And I teach honors biology, and physical science for this current academic year. And I've been teaching for over 15 years now here, and only at Simon Sanchez High School since my career as a teacher.
For Anatok, teaching was actually her second career.
Going into college and completing my undergrad, I always knew that I wanted to be in the healthcare industry. That was priority, and then secondly, teaching. And so I moved to Guam, worked in the healthcare industry for almost 12 years. And after that endeavor, I had the opportunity to attend a teaching cohort at the University of Guam, and that worked out nicely because I'm a science major. And so I was able to do that in about 9 months. I got my certification, and I knew that was my mission, and I prayed about it, and it happened. All things just kind of fell into play.
9 months later, she was able to step into the classroom, and it's been her passion ever since, a mission to make impacts on students' lives. For Anatok, the most rewarding thing about her profession is when she sees that aha moment.
It's moments like that that really excite me and my students, of course, but really just seeing their success, because their success is mine. And, it all goes hand in hand.
As for navigating through all the challenges all teachers face,
there may be so many things going on that's impacting everything around us in terms of our Department of Education, but our goal here is for us to stay focused and continue to do what we need to do in the classroom. And I tell them my mission as a teacher is your class is basically like my business. And I want to ensure that as your boss or authoritative figure, that I produce the lessons that you need to be able to, make learning happen in the classroom. And aside from all the things going on, all that bureaucratic stuff, I don't even bring it into the classroom. I continue to navigate and do what I need to do each and every day.
When it comes to the role of a teacher, she uses an open mind, open heart approach.
To be their guide, to be their mentor, and to facilitate, and to ensure that there's interactive, learning and that's happening in the classroom. And most important, to create a safe environment for them as well.
She's grateful for those who allow her to be mission ready when it comes to her kids.
To the teachers out there, thank you. And of course, to the individuals or the individual who nominated me, thank you for the opportunity. And to my admin team and to my students, a big shout out, because if it wasn't for them, right, I don't think I would be here today. So I just want to thank them for the continuous support and encouragement, and to my family, most especially, to my husband and to my son, who've been my #1 cheerleaders through this whole journey, and most importantly, to God, right? Because without His blessings, I don't think I would be able to go this far.
Well, as National Salvation Army Week comes to a close, a powerful act of kindness was made through our island on Thursday. Salvation Army Guam delivered food bags to villages offering relief, dignity, and hope to families facing food insecurity. It's a stern reminder that even a small gesture can make a substantial difference in the lives of our neighbors, as Jonah Gonçalves explains in this next report.
As National Salvation Army Week comes to a close, here on Guam, the mission of doing the most good lives on, not with fanfare, but with quiet compassion. This week, the Salvation Army Guam took its message on the road, 5 villages, Longmong Totumaiti, Hagåtña, Mangilao, Tamuning, and Talafofo. Hundreds of families and one mission, fight food insecurity with dignity and care. Major Eric Tamale is the Guam Corps officer.
Would like to extend the services to our neighbor, to our friends, so that we can ensure that we have something to serve on their table. So it's our joy that we're able to support and help its mayor's office as we celebrate National Salvation Army Week.
The bags are filled with a variety of items.
The families will be receiving assorted canned foods. There will be cereals, there will be oatmeals in there, and some food bags will have some juices in it, and there will be some canned meat, and we also have the abundance of toilet paper that we are giving out to our community members.
These food bags aren't just groceries, they're a message to our neighbors. You are seen, you are not forgotten. In the shadows of rising costs and uncertain times, this small island continues to show big love. Volunteers delivered more than just food, they delivered hope. From Tamuning to Talafofo, the message was clear. Community means taking care of each other. National Salvation Army Week may end today, but their work and the spirit of giving continues year-round. Jonah Gonçalves, KUAM News.
Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view of Pago River.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby! Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Bye. I wish they could move back home.
Should we build on a honeymoon?
Yes. Yes.
First Hawaiian Bank knows that family comes first. That's why our bankers work with you to make your what ifs a reality. Personalized service and digital tools, all under one roof when you bank on the best. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Lunch, better with Pepsi.
Good day, guys. Welcome back to another edition of Foodie Call. I'm Kobe.
I'm Shaylee.
And today we're at the Micronesia Mall checking out Pepper Lunch.
We're trying out their new items, the karaage chicken curry, beef pasta, and then the chicken and salmon pepper rice combo.
Yes. Pepper Lunch's curry is always good. It's rich.
Yeah.
And it pairs well with like the meats that it comes with. But the karaage, it's very juicy.
Oh, that's good.
Very good.
I like this. The mix of the chicken and the salmon just all together in like a fried rice kind of thing.
Fried rice moment. We're gonna take a Pepsi break.
Pepsi break.
Cheers.
So refreshing.
Wow. Might get a little bit of the meat,
beef,
those little noodles.
Oh, a big bite. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, that's good. It has a little kick to it.
Yeah.
The meat is cooked how we like it.
Lunch is always better with Pepsi.
All right, guys, we're gonna finish the rest of our food and we're gonna take this back to the office to share with our friends. Be sure to check them out Monday to Saturday from 10 to 9 p.m. and on Sundays 10 to 8.
Thank you to our friends at Pepper Lunch for taking care of us today, and thank you to Pepsi for sponsoring the segment.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Lunch, better with Pepsi.
Okay, everybody, I'm back, and you know what's also back? The 4-H summer camps. These are cool. Check this out. Let's bring up the graphic right now. There you go, because the enrichment camps teach you amazing life skills and really, really cool things, give you career opportunities. Look at all of those bullet points at the bottom. Sustainable agriculture, learn about insects, junior fisheries. You're going to learn about the world around you, and that's what 4-H does. 4-H has been around since I was a little kid and really, really paid dividends. Awesome stuff there. You know what's also cool? Musical theater. And check this out, because there is an opportunity. Friends at the Breaking Wave Theater Company, 6 to 9 p.m. May 21st through June 25th. They are on Wednesdays, all right? And it's in the evening, and of course that's summertime, so you got no excuse not to do this. You're going to learn some really, really cool things about the performing arts, and again, these impact you in very positive ways throughout life. And at Garden to Table, we have 4 amazing things that you can grow right now in your garden, or start a garden. You know, grow it in the yard and create a table. But check us out. Chaya, sweet potato, moringa, and papaya. Learn how to eat healthy, make good decisions, and your family and your body is going to thank you for it.
I don't know what I've been told.
I don't know what I've been told.
Someone here is getting old.
Someone here is getting old.
Your Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake winner
Where this week goes to?
All right, my friends, let's go straight to this week's winner, because the brand new winner of a Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake is Lucas Blas. Lucas, we will reach out to you and let you know when you can pick up your prize. We hope you share with your friends and family, and we hope you enjoy, because it's your extended birthday. Congratulations. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com. All right, my friends, there is a lot happening around the island this weekend, so please bring your umbrella, bring your smiles. Everybody be good to each other. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to check out Weekend Edition with Matsuki Hirayama. I will see you on Monday. Stay safe, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.
Ali, Mogisin, Hafaday Zantiro, Rananim, Kaselelie, Lengwo, and Yakwe. And welcome back to the One Micronesia show. In this episode, we're going to go all out on nothing micro about Micronesia. Now, first up, we do a sit down with cast and crew. We sit down with Sultry and Lala to talk about what this show is bringing to Guam. It's nothing micro about Micronesia. And here with me today, I do have Sultry and Lala with me today. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. I know you guys probably just landed, what's it, yesterday?
Morning, yesterday morning.
From Saipan?
Yes. Yeah.
How was Saipan, by the way?
It was so beautiful over there. I had been to American Samoa 2 years ago, and it reminded me so much of it. So it felt like home, you know.
Yeah, it's been over 20 years since I've been back to the Marshall Islands, so it felt really nice to be in the Marianas and to be in Micronesia for the first time in 2 decades. And the love was so massive, from people that were visiting as well as people that were part of the Flame Tree Arts Festival that we attended and performed at.
Let's talk about some of the reactions from the people over there, about how they view the show and what they're taking away from it.
We got a lot of really touching, heartfelt responses. People posted on Facebook how they laughed, how they cried, how they just felt pretty much emotional waves throughout the show. I think the biggest thing of all was that people were seeing their own people on stage, and I think that was the most touching part.
Yeah, we had a soft opening on Thursday that played the full show in the 60-minute, and then we had a break on Friday just to vent and connect with the community, and Saturday and Sunday we did half of the show, the first half and the second half. And during the soft opening on Thursday, there was such a beautiful reception of leaders, voyagers that were coming from Wuhan that came by canoe, and people from many different cultures resonating, people that have visited the Micronesian islands, but also folks that have never been to some of these islands. Really eye-opening experiences for them. And one big takeaway, I would say, from people that don't identify as Micronesian but are from Micronesia was that trying to find and fight the internalized racism and finding pride within the umbrella term of Micronesian and not just like siloing into our ethno-linguistic groups, because a lot of folks who are not from FSM have been told to not claim Micronesia as a region. So it was beautiful to see that shift, and a lot of people of all ages were crying. And the children, by Sunday, they were reciting the play verbatim, because some of them had seen our rehearsals and some of them had seen the Friday show or the Thursday show, and so it was nice to hear young kids just like repeating their lines after seeing it just once.
Talk about how it all started, the idea to bring this story to life.
Yeah, I'll touch on that. So Ova Saopeng and Leilani Chan are our artistic directors. Leilani Chan is our founding director. And the two of them really saw the value in highlighting Micronesian stories. So they started with they started with Masters of the Current, which is a previous show. And that toured around 2017 to 2022. And that made its way here in Wuhan. This is the offshoot. Nothing Micro Micronesia is really diving deeper, because once the community was able to see the show, they felt there was more to share, especially particularly around the policing of Micronesian youth in Oahu and the discrimination that's happening as more people come for medical relief and more people come for education. And because of climate change, not being able to access fresh water is definitely something many of our islands are experiencing. So that larger population coming in is creating some dynamics within the local and indigenous populations of places like Oahu. And so they felt it was necessary to highlight that story. And so what we've done is even during Masters of the Current, but as well as our development for Nothing Micro About Micronesia, we've been doing workshops from California to Oahu to Big Island, working with intergenerational communities, church groups, schools, community organizations to gather stories, to ask for permission to highlight and amplify their experiences through these narratives that are now shown in the play. So a lot of these, some of these lines, majority of the script are direct words and inspirations from our workshops, as well as Ova and Leilani's visit to Micronesia, and many of our participants who are from these various regions all over the region of Micronesia. So it's not just one story. We try to cover as much as possible. It's not every story as well, but it's pretty broad sweeping. And how's the experience been for you in being part of?
Oh my goodness. So I was finishing up one of my productions over at Windward Community College, and my mentor, Tari Kinoshita, was the one who recommended me for this play. They needed someone to replace Soso, the character that I play now. And that's pretty much how I just got into this production. I had hesitated on taking the part of Soso because I'm not Micronesian. But when I opened up to one of our cast members about it, she said it was important as a Polynesian for me to play this role so I could unite the Polynesian and Micronesian communities. I also like to think of it as my way of, how should I say it? Maybe like apologizing or advocating for my Hawaiian voices. It wasn't until I was a part of this play that my eyes had been opened to the discrimination and racism towards Micronesians on Oahu in Hawaii. And I'm like, we're not supposed to do that to each other. We're all Pacific Islanders. We all come from the same oceans. We're all from islands, So that's pretty much what this experience has been for me.
All right, well, before we getting towards the end here, I want you guys to sell the show, but sell it in 3 words. What would it be?
I'd say representation.
I'll take the 3 words. I'll say making lasting impact.
Ladies, before I let you guys go, any closing remarks, anything you guys want to leave with the people of Guam watching right now?
I'm really grateful for this opportunity to help advocate for Micronesian voices. I'm grateful for the team that put this together, and I'm grateful that people are coming to see our show. You know, it really means a lot that like we're here for them. You know what I mean? See them, hear them.
I just want all of our community, especially Micronesian folks, to know that this show is for you. This show is just a starting point. This is our offering as artists to the community. But our biggest goal is that the community takes ownership and also sees themselves and sees their potential and takes the show and these experiences to the next level, because this is not just for us to display art, but for us to engage in a meaningful exchange with each other that makes a lasting impact.
Thank you so much to Soso and Sultry for stopping by for that quick one-on-one before the big show of Nothing Micro about Micronesia. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we go meet the cast of the show. We'll be right back.
Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
The One Micronesia show continues, and now we meet the cast of Nothing Micro about Micronesia. We caught up with a cast of Nothing Micro about Micronesia, a powerful ensemble of voices bringing truth to the stage. Each of them carries a piece of our shared story, the struggle, the displacement, the deep pride of being from the islands. These are more than just roles, they're lived experiences.
Hi, my name is Ko Shop, and I come from Lukanot. My family lives in Weno at the moment, and I play Kai in Nothing Micro about Micronesia.
Casadelia. My name is Tristan Cassianri, and I'm from the beautiful islands of Pohnpei. And I play Freedom in Nothing Micro about Micronesia.
Fede Redanim. My name is Kathy Martin. I'm from Chuk, and I play Mama Kiwin and Tinana, the grandma, in the play Nothing Micro about Micronesia.
I was not really adamant on joining. I thought it was kind of fake. I thought it was inauthentic, because I see a lot of misrepresentations of me and our people, especially in Honolulu. So I just wasn't really into it until I was encouraged by my professor to come into the auditions and workshops. And that led me to being in the Hilo workshop, where we worked on the play, and that got me the part.
So Freedom is a Micronesian boy, Chukis, Pohnpei, but mostly Micronesian. You know, we are all one, Micronesia. Freedom moved to Hawaii. First time in Hawaii, he's going to school. He's finding a hard time to navigate a new life. Imagine coming from a small village, a small island, and being dropped into a big city. Like, the culture shock. Like, for me, I resonated a lot with my character.
The role that I played in the show is Mama Kiwin. Mama Kiwin is a mother, the mom and the auntie that at the same time was struggling with work and making sure that she is taking care of the kids when the kids are in trouble at school. So she has to run from work to school to make sure that, you know, she gets the kids. But then, you know, part of it was she got to the point where, English is kind of hard for her, you know, language barriers. Tinana that I play is the grandma that hold a role and hold all the knowledge from within the families. It might be someone that had already done work forever, I mean long time, but then she chose to be home because she wants to take care of the home, the village, the island, and she has all the knowledge to share with everybody else, especially the young ones. So we want to play that because many times our young ones, youths, when you need something, when you can't find the answer, those are the ones that you need to find the answer from. Yeah.
While many in the cast carry and live Micronesian experiences, two members, Lala, who plays the pivotal role of Soso, and Mr. Ova, who portrays both a Hawaiian reporter and a local ally of the Micronesian community in Hawaii, are not of Micronesian descent. Yet, through deep empathy and understanding, they help amplify the truths of our people. This is more than performance. It's solidarity, healing, and a shared purpose.
Aloha, my name is Ova Saupang, and I play the role of, Kana Kahala / Manu Kaulike, as well as many other characters in the play. So I play multiple characters in Nothing Micro About Micronesia. I am also the co-director and co-producer and co-writer with Leilani Chan for this production with Theater Productions.
I'm Lala Feifili. I'm originally from Kahuku, Oahu, and I play Soso in Nothing Micro About Micronesia.
Now, it all started with us meeting Inocenta Soundkiku, who is a leader in the community. She's Chukis, amazing, amazing woman. And meeting her and then hearing about the connections of just the struggles that Micronesians are facing in terms of discrimination made me think of my years growing up as a refugee from Laos and facing similar types of discrimination, you know. And so for me was the genesis of wanting to work in Hawaii and to work in this story, like to work about this story. You know, why is Hawaii not providing this aloha for these people?
And I just like to, I've mentioned this in some interviews before, but I like to think of this as my way for advocating for Native Hawaiian people, as my way of apologizing for the way that Micronesians are being discriminated against in Oahu. And I hope those who are discriminating, I hope they see me in this play, and I hope they realize that we're not supposed to turn against each other. Like I've said, we're from the same ocean. We're stronger together rather than apart.
I guess a message I would like to instill in the youth is, you are here, I see you, we're taking this play on stage, we're telling your stories.
I like to say be proud, but don't have too much pride. Know your identity, know who you are. There's nothing micro about you.
So it's really important that you come out and you share who you are and say, I'm from here, because representation is important.
Micronesian youth and just Pacific Islanders, I hope when they see this play, I hope they feel seen. I hope they feel heard. I hope they feel properly represented on stage. I hope they feel inspired.
My message that I would like to share from the show is that, everyone, I feel, wants to be heard, wants to be listened to. And if you can validate each other as human beings, I think that is the most important thing. Validation, right? I hear you. I understand your struggle. How can I help? That would be my message for everyone. And, our play specifically is focused on the Micronesian community, but it really extends beyond that to every culture and community. It's a universal story.
In their words, we hear echoes of home. In their performances, we feel the weight of what it means to leave everything behind and yet still hold on to who we are. Their passion is proof that storytelling heals and that when we speak our truth, the world listens. Amazing stories about the cast of this amazing show. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we take you into the show. We'll be right back.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah, the Hidden Valley Fire Ranch is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but we're not a chicken place.
When did you guys become a chicken place?
Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so.
We're totally a taco place that's a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
The One Micronesia show continues, and now we take you to Nothing Micro about Micronesia, and then after, we'll get some reactions from the crowd. As the sun slowly sets on a Friday, the UOG Fine Arts Theater begins to fill. There's a buzz in the air, curiosity, anticipation. You can feel it as people start settling into their seats. The lights dim, and what unfolds is a powerful story. One that dives into the real struggles, sacrifices, and the strength of Micronesians living abroad. It's raw, it's honest, and it stays with you. This is Nothing Micro about Micronesia.
I didn't do anything. This guy's calling me names, freaking Micro.